lot of stuff in, so I can't tell everybody all the right stories all the time. But they asked me to audition for Zemnis in a voice that I used in Cowboy Bebop. Bebop fans here?
Woo!
Yeah. Do you know what voice I did in Cowboy Bebop?
Yep.
Punch.
Yeah. Does that sound like Zemnis? No. They said, oh, yeah, the people at Disney want you to audition for the voice you did for the part of Vicious, okay? Now, as I like to say, many of my credits on the IMDb, so my page, you just scroll down and down and down, it keeps on going, but a lot of those things are like Third Samurai from the left, you know, old man in marketplace, I would like to have a loaf of bread, please, you know, and that was my line in that episode. But somebody very dutifully puts that on the IMDb, Paul St. Peter episode, uncredited and all that. So you don't remember those, okay? Now, had I done a role called Vicious, it would have stuck in my mind, you know? Like, I think Monster Strike is the name of it. I did the role of Death Panda. You remember Death Panda, right? It sticks in your mind. So I didn't remember doing Vicious, but on the other hand, we have, all of us, done so many hundreds of episodes of so many shows that there are parts you don't remember you did. I can't remember the role I did in Gungrave, but I did work on Gungrave. I had a role that was recurring. I can't remember. I would have to go back in all my notes, because I write all this stuff down, which means I have stuff that thick. I just have to go and find it. So I didn't remember Vicious, but I thought, well, you know, maybe I did it, I just can't remember. And when I heard the voice of Vicious done by another actor, I went, well, no wonder they cast me. I sound exactly like him when I did Zemnis, you know. When it's a picture, it's fairly easy. Bleach fans? Okay. Yeah, when I did Yami Rialgo, they showed me the picture. Yami's like 18 feet tall and just the only truly evil, brutal character I've ever done. He has no redeeming features at all. Everybody else, you can find something about them. Zemnis, you can kind of go, well, there's a little something in there, good. Naruto fans, you know. Yeah, Nine-Tailed Fox, you know, I've got, there are times when you kind of go, well, Nine-Tail's not that bad, you know, and he and Naruto are kind of bonding and all that stuff. Yami, pure evil, 100%. So I saw his picture. I have a human skull, jawbone, as my neck armor, you know. It's how bad this person is, you know. So I saw the picture and went, I know what to do with Yami. Rah! You know, that was the voice I went for. Yami Rialgo, you want to die? Well, let's go fight those guys who kill him, then I'll kill you. How's that, you know? It's that way. Yami has no redeeming qualities at all. So I saw that picture and knew exactly what to do. Same with Wormmon. They gave me the description of Zemnis. I did not get a picture. I didn't get to look at what Zemnis looked like. But when they told me what voice they wanted, and I looked at the copy, I quite literally, very honestly, came up with that voice on my own, out of nowhere, essentially. And it turns out it's almost exactly like the voice of Vicious in the show, which I didn't do. When they said, they want you to audition with the voice that you used in Cowboy Bebop, and I went, okay, amigos, I want a whole bunch of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh God, yes.
Orale, vato, it's a nice keyblade, you know. You know, so when I first got the idea, when they first said Cowboy Bebop, I think there's got to be some mistake, you know. But it just turned out they had mistaken me for another actor, and the voice again, and I did that, and the other actor should have gotten the audition, and I don't feel bad about it, but I thousands of dollars later, you know, what are you gonna do, say no? But those are cases where very often I get to see the picture and I get an idea of the character. Sometimes, again, they just give you a description written down, and sometimes, like in the first, I think it was the first series of Digimon, I finished what I was either doing Leomon or somebody at that point, and I finished up my part of the session with that character. They said, we have another one for you to do. Surprise. And they showed me a picture. Okay, that's Kiwimon. Come up with a voice. Now, if you think it's easy to come up with a character voice, trust me, it is not. You have to create a voice that you can maintain, that you can make sure that you do each time. I don't mean just maintain is not hurting your voice, but you have to be able to sound that way all the time. You are, in a sense, switching into a character, and you have to stay that way. And so when they just show you a picture and say, come up with a voice, that's where the craft and the technique have to come up. All right, so in this case, the picture was kind of descriptive, but it was the dialogue, all right? Not the picture and not so much the breakdown, or in other words, the description of the character. It's called a breakdown. That wasn't the case. They didn't really give me very much to work on. They gave me the picture. So I looked at the dialogue and I went, oh. The line is, you better give me a good tip or I'll put hair in your wonton. That was the line of dialogue, right? And so I looked at the picture, and this kind of a snotty face with these eyes like that. And at the line, and I thought, okay, I know what voice to use for this. So in my delivery on my first line, I was waiting on the kids in this little restaurant or something, and up comes Kiwi Mon to the kids. And I look at him and I say, you better give me a good tip or I'll put hair in your wonton.